Ask any historian what the foundation of human civilization is, and you'll hear different answers. Some will say it's agriculture, the ability to domesticate livestock and crops so that we can feed ourselves. Others may say writing, which helps us to communicate, educate, and entertain. Still more will point to urbanization or medicine. But we wouldn't have developed any of these without water. As civilizations grew, humans built longer canals, dug deeper wells, and developed stronger pumps, harnessing the power of water to protect life and to improve lives. But these efforts aren't part of history. They're still things we have to deal with today.
The population is growing, and that is fueling a demand for increased potable water supply, increased sanitation, increased energy. Moving fluid is critical to everything in everyday life.
The pumps are pumping water for hundreds of miles. This water goes for drinking water purposes for people in cities. So it's a question of life and death.
And not only that water is present, but there is an expectation of the quality and quantity of water provided.
Water as a drinkable resource is essential to our very existence, but it's also crucial for things like firefighting.
Firefighting is a very critical product on a rig.
You know, as you can imagine, a very harsh environment.
And these products need to be able to work through the event of a fire.
They must operate whenever they are required and operate immediately. Failure to start or any delay in start can result in catastrophe.
Another good example, I think, is supply water for firefighting from the basement of a building to some of the highest buildings that you can think of. And here the pumps are working directly against gravity, pumping large amounts of water.
Pumps are everywhere.
A pump at the end of the day is the heart of the system. The pump is primarily responsible for moving the fluid, usually 24/7. At the same time, regulatory and legislative changes have required for protection of water resources and a transition to green energy.
Yet, with all our engineering prowess, millions of people around the world still struggle to access water.
We have to challenge ourselves. Can we be more efficient? Can we get more water to more people? Can we be safer? Can we deliver this without endangering the planet?
Project developers and heads of procurement are often under short-term economic pressures, and sometimes the bigger picture can be lost.
There is a very CapEx-focused approach to it that can lead to wrong decisions being made around the total cost of the project.
Trying to save money on CapEx is bad economy, and you pay thrice. First, you lose efficiency. Second, you'd have a growing impact on carbon emissions and climate change. And third, the risk of failure in the system grows significantly.
According to the Hydraulic Institute, water pumps lose on average 1% of their efficiency per year, or 10% over 10 years. A 1,000 kilowatt pump loses 100 kilowatts of efficiency in a decade. As most water sanitation, circulation plants, or fire safety installations use multiple pumps, they may lose hundreds of thousands of kilowatts of efficiency. It is a vicious circle. When a pump loses efficiency, it needs to make up for the loss, which means more stress on the system. More stress leads to accelerated degradation, leads to more CO2 in the air, and the risk of breakdowns grows rapidly.
And fundamentally, these systems are designed for 25, 40, even 50-year operational life cycle. So it makes sense that there should be a focus on the OPEX as well as the CapEx to give a full picture of the total cost of that project.
When we focus on the OPEX of our product, it's really important that we increase the reliability so that there is low maintenance and also the efficiency of the product being used in the field.
This is exactly what we do. We bring reliable pumps to the market.
If you look around London at all of the iconic buildings, you can bet that they're protected by SPP.
One of them is the Shard in the City of London.
This building is 72 stories high. It's the tallest building in Europe, and we've got to get water up to the top.
And you need to pump a couple 100,000 litres of water. And then this water is further pushed into a sprinkler system to be able to get the right particle size of water to extinguish a fire.
Not just in the UK, but overseas as well. You know, we've iconic buildings in Azerbaijan, flame towers for example, Singapore with the Marina Bay Sands.
In the energy segment, SPP mainly caters to pumps on offshore platforms.
I recently went to a conference in Aberdeen looking at the North Sea. In the North Sea they're looking to try and repurpose the oil rigs that are already there and turn them into hydrogen producing facilities. With that comes in the need for fire protection pumps, where we would need to install a vertical turbine pump that is very long and is in the ocean, in the sea, pumping seawater.
The third area really is potable water.
We supply into some of the harshest climates in the world.
Especially into countries like Saudi, Qatar and the UAE.
We've supplied pumps for large water transmission systems, pumping 4,000, 5,000 cubic metres an hour of water.
Let's go on a tour and see where SPP pumps operate.
Walking around our fitting shop, it would be very apparent the different types of pump and the different applications.
You'll see pumps for distilleries in the UK. You'll see pumps that are going to a big LNG facility in Louisiana in the US.
All products leaving the SPP factory are fully tested, even at component level with non-destructive testing, ensuring the correct materials are selected and fitted.
There's a vast array of stuff on that shop floor that really underpins our claim to be a truly global company.
So what's special about the engineering and design at SPP Pumps is the history and the knowledge that's built over 140 years that the company has been operating. The way we work with committees, so we're part of the European committees looking at pump technology. We work with the British Pump Manufacturing Association.
Let's talk about upcycling and taking those existing assets, those existing pumps and products, upgrading them.
We have field services and service centers. We are able to work on not just SPP products but even other brands, and usually we work with them to upgrade the efficiency on these products or very often to restore the product completely.
New pumps delivered by SPP and also any that have been upcycled or serviced, we would expect them to reach the same high standards when they leave our factories, and also in line with the customer specific needs for that market or location.
Personally, I'm very optimistic.
Yes, I'm very optimistic. I see a will and a passion within companies like SPP.
We see companies like ours, as well as our clients, making big strides in working to reduce carbon emissions and also ensuring that clean water is more easily available.
I'm optimistic. I have 2 young children. I want to ensure that their future is bright, and SPP will be working towards supporting the governments in getting there and achieving the targets.
I'm very optimistic. I think there are a lot of people who are very passionate about this subject, and I think if we can couple that passion with the expertise that are existing around us, then the future looks very bright.
And it goes very nicely with SPP's tagline, protecting life and improving lives.